Badlion client versus Lunar client, arguably the most popular Minecraft clients, each coming with their own mods and settings. But the real question is, which one is better? Well, today I'm going to answer that question, going to a full comparison of FPS differences and what client has the best mods and settings. But before we get into that, did you know that only 2 people are subscribed to my YouTube channel? So subscribe and be the third. Anyways, enjoy the video. I am here joined with Cool Dude, who just failed the parkour. And yeah, I'm here with Cool Dude. Yeah, YouTuber and Cool Dude. Okay, so we're on Badlion client. So while Cool Dude's here in the lobby, I'll be going into the Badlion client mods first. So we click M. Here is the start of the mods. So yeah, when you click M or go into settings, here's the mods. So there is animations. I won't go into a full depth of every single mod, but I'll just list the mods and see what Badlion's got and see what Lunar's got. Of the main important ones for Bed Wars. Animations, meh. Armor status, yeah, that is good. Everyone should use that, really. Auto friend if you needed it. Auto GG, pretty cool in games. Auto text if you wanted a macro text. Auto tip, boss bar. CPS counter, so I've got mine up here. So I've got my CPS counter up here. Chat, I think that's just their own chat. Chunk borders, clan wars, clear glass, clear water, clock, combo counter. I actually don't use that, but that's pretty cool. Coordinates, crosshairs, they got their own custom crosshairs. FPS, showing FPS. Fulbright, I use that. By the way, soon I am going to be going into an FPS comparison. Keystrokes, light overlay, basically all the essentials. They have replay mod, which is pretty good. Replay mod in Badlion. Lunar doesn't have replay mod yet, which is a very plus side for Badlion client. Skyblock add-ons, obviously, scoreboard, protection, everything like that. Toggle sprint, zoom, there's a bunch of stuff there's so many mods in Badlion client. You can do your GUI editing like this, so I can just move around my CPS counter, my keystrokes, everything like that. Basically, a very good client, good for FPS, which I'll go into later, but they're the main mods, which I'd like to show you. So now let's go into the Lunar client mods. First of all, I've got to give it to Lunar client for how nice their HUD and menus look. They just look 10 times better than Badlion clients, I can't lie. Like, when you click M here, it's a lot cleaner and smoother than Badlion clients. But anyways, here for the mods. So it's also like set out a lot cleaner and more easy to access with all these tabs on the side and the tabs at the top. But here, mods, I just want to quickly say there's new settings. Like days counter, nick hider, which is amazing for YouTubers. Nick hider is very good. Pack display, that's good for content creators as well. But anyways, in the mods, it basically has everything Badlion client has apart from replay mod. So that is a big plus for Badlion client, that they have replay mod and Lunar doesn't, except Lunar client has nick hider and pack display and all. I don't know if Badlion client has pack display, but it has nick hider. And the GUI settings, the GUI looks so much better in Lunar client. I think it's pretty tied on the mods because nick hider and replay mod, they're both very good. So they both give up plus to each side. So I think it's a draw for the mods. Very good by both, but I've got to give it to the for the graphical settings. I've got to give it to Lunar client. Damn, it's just smooth. It's just clean. Right, so I am on Badlion client and we're testing out the FPS boost. So I've got it showing at the top here and currently just doing nothing. It's averaging around 600. I'd like to say about 600 FPS, which is pretty good. That is very good. I got FPS boost on, and if you cared, here's my graphical settings. It doesn't matter too much, but yeah. And yeah, as you can see, I got my max frame rate on unlimited. So yeah, doing nothing, it's around 600 average. Now I just got up to 700 pretty much, which is pretty cool. Now I wonder if I'm bridging it goes down. It doesn't. Okay, so it looks pretty cool. It's very good. When I fell there, it goes down to 400. Okay, noted. But yeah, when I'm running around doing stuff, it averages 400 when I'm doing stuff. Okay, let's take it over to Lunar client and see the difference. Okay, well, we are now in Lunar client. As you can see by the top of my head, there is a Lunar client sign. Let's show our FPS and see the difference. So we've got max frame rate on limited, and here we go. Seems to be the exact same. About 600, dips down to 550 sometimes. Okay, it's kind of averaging lower, and I'm standing still doing nothing. And it's around 500 FPS. Okay, so it's slowly going down. Might be because of the sheer amount of mods I have on. It seems to be worse on Lunar client for me. Let's just test with some bridging. Okay, it's gone up to 750. Okay, it's weird. It's a weird one. It's hard to estimate here. If I start running around, it goes down to 500. 570, 600. I'm on the new practice mode, by the way, which is pretty cool. So it seems to be spiking. So the difference between Badlion and Lunar client that I've noticed is Lunar client spikes a lot more. It's not very like reliable. I just went up to 700 and then sometimes it go down to even 400. It spikes a lot, whereas Badlion client is quite stable and it stays at like a solid 600 FPS. If I'd have to give a winner though, I don't know, because Lunar client just then reached 730. Lunar client actually reached the highest FPS, which technically you want. But Badlion, as I said, is way more stable. But if I would have to give it to a winner, everyone wants the highest FPS you can possibly get. Lunar obviously takes the win for that. But if you're someone that wants stable FPS while in a fight or something, go for Badlion if you are very picky. But I recommend Lunar on this one. Seems to be quite good. Now, obviously, the main important things about using a client is the mods it comes with and how good your FPS and graphical settings can be. But if you're picky like me and you want a good user experience, then I'm going to quickly go through the UI looks, and if you call it that, and what menus are better, basically. First of all, I just want to go over that, as you can see, when you're on Lunar client, it actually has your name above you, which Badlion doesn't. So you can see, and you can also see players' levels above their heads, which is pretty cool. But anyways, on Lunar client, the settings are in the middle, whereas Badlion's is on the left. You can see the background quite faded, and it makes it look very clean, I can't lie. It's kind of hard to explain this, but yeah. You've got all the tabs at the top of what you want to find, and you've got search bar, obviously. You can even make everything small, so you can find stuff easier. And you obviously got the settings here with different tabs. And on the side, you've got some presets of what you want to use. So Skyblock 1, which they give you, and then PvP. Overall, I love the aesthetic of Lunar client. It looks really nice. But let's have a look at Badlions real quick. Okay, now, the funny thing is a Badlion client. Their logo, yellow and blue is not a look. It's not very good colours. I can't lie. But yeah, this menu is alright. This menu is alright, I guess. When we go into Badlion client settings, it's faded like Lunar client, but on the side. So you can see the middle of the screen, but still, I think the accessibility here on Lunar client is a lot easier. There's no tab at the top to tell you what to find quick things. There is a search bar. Graphics, obviously your graphics. Inside, I have no idea why that's a tab. There's like 2 settings in it. And then there's like 3 settings in it. I don't get it. So the tabs are like kind of messy and scuffed. But yeah, kind of short and Badlion. The win has to go to Lunar. But on the UI looks, yeah. So Lunar has won all 3 pretty much. The first one was a draw out of mods. I have to give it a draw there. The FPS, I actually managed to reach 850 FPS. So Lunar takes the win for FPS. If you are a Bed Wars Sweat or a Sky Wars Sweat and stuff, and FPS matters, choose Lunar. And then if you're into looks and accessibility settings, then also go for Lunar. So I think Lunar has to take the win for this versus battle of Badlion client versus Lunar client. Both clients are amazing, but I think Lunar is just that bit better. Now, I hope you did all enjoy this video. It was a bit of a different one, but yeah, I hope you did enjoy. If you are new here, do remember to subscribe and comment down below what you think of the video. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye.